national capital to Rajasthan is now in the state of Maharashtra. And no prizes for guessing where we are reporting now from. We are outside the very iconic CST station, the BMC office there. It's a busy Chauraha, also called the selfie point here in Mumbai. It's a city that doesn't sleep. It's a city that has number of dreams. It's also a state, remember, that has seen a lot of interesting permutations and combinations. It's also a city where you will see these double-decker buses on the roads. You will see Kali Pili taxis, the locals, the vada paos, the local flavor cuisine. Mumbai is a culture in itself. But like I said, the state of Maharashtra this time, remember, ladies and gentlemen, has seen a huge political realignment. You've seen a split in the Shiv Sena. You've seen a split in the NCP. And what does this mean for a state that has 48 Lok Sabha seats? 48 of them. Which way these 48 seats will vote? We haven't seen the BMC elections happening. They've been delayed for one reason or the other, and both the alliances that you see, whether it is the Mahayuti, whether it is the MVA, they remain untested for now. And we here in the city will be finding out what is it that you, the voter, want from your netas, as we will be crisscrossing different parts of the city, putting together the Election Yatra broadcast this evening at 5. Ladies and gentlemen, you are on board the Election Yatra. This is your one-stop destination for all the newsmakers, for all the interesting insights, for all the color, for all the action, for all the data, for everything that you need to know this election season. This is an election like no other election. Remember, Narendra Modi wants a third term as the Prime Minister. The I.N.D.I.A alliance literally is fighting for its survival. And for a long time ago, remember, it was said that Delhi ka rasta Uttar Pradesh se jata hai. But of late, people have started saying that 3 states that matter in the run-up to the Lok Sabha elections now are the states of Bihar, it is the state of West Bengal, and it is the state of Maharashtra. And we are here in Maharashtra. If you're anywhere around the Marine Drive area, remember, we are just outside the NCP, and this is our Election Yatra bus parked here, ready to welcome and say hi to you. And also, we have our guests who are standing by. We'll have members of parliament from different political parties. We'll have spokespersons from different political parties. We'll ask them that why is it getting so difficult for all political parties this time around to predict what will happen in the state of Maharashtra. The last time around, this is again a state that handsomely voted for the I.N.D.I.A alliance. But things have changed, because the entire topography in the state has changed. You have seen a split in the Shiv Sena. You've seen a split in the NCP. We haven't seen the BMC elections. So, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of these alliances are not tested. So what will happen? But because we are in Maharashtra, remember, there are a lot of interesting talking points. Corruption continues to be that one important narrative that the Prime Minister, the BJP, rakes up time and again. The Prime Minister is expected to begin his big Maharashtra blitzkrieg this evening, and we'll be tracking that live and very, very closely. But on the other side, there is the return of the Khichdi scam also, when you talk of the state of Maharashtra. And not to forget the Ram Mandir issue, the Ram Navami issue. This is what has been raised up earlier today by Sanjay Raut, who says the BJP this time around is going to create a riot-like situation on Ram Navami. That's what Sanjay has said. And on the other side, you would recall Mamata Banerjee not very long ago had also predicted that there are going to be a riot-like situation and the BJP would want to capitalize on this. So who really is fighting for appeasement? Why do our netas want to divide us? This is our overarching theme as we begin this edition of the Election Yatra from Maharashtra. Sit back and watch what we've heard from the netas before we open up this entire conversation.
नहीं राइट हो सकती है अगर प्रधानमंत्री बोलते हैं तो प्रधानमंत्री ने
पलटवार किया है दीदी ने भी।
राइट्स कौन करेगा? आपके लोग ही करेंगे ना। चुनाव जीतने के लिए दंगे करवाने की जरूरत किसको पड़ती है? भारतीय जनता पार्टी को पड़ती है। ये प्रधानमंत्री की जिम्मेदारी है ये कहना कि हम राइट्स दंगे नहीं होने देंगे, लेकिन आप चाहते हैं दंगे हो जाए और उस माहौल में हम चुनाव में जाए हिंदुत्व का नाम लेकर।
শুধু একটা কথাই বলবো, মিছিল করুন, মিটিং করুন, দাঙ্গা করবেন না। দাঙ্গা করবে ওরা। 19 তারিখে ভোট, 17 তারিখে দাঙ্গা করবে। তোমাদের তো রাম কানে কানে বলে দিয়ে যায়নি তুমি দাঙ্গা করো, কিন্তু এরা দাঙ্গা করবে আর করে এরাই একে ঢুকিয়ে দেবে।
So you've heard that response also from Mamata Banerjee. And the Prime Minister, who earlier, remember, was campaigning in Chhattisgarh, has also spoken about the Ram Mandir issue. He speaks about the fact that there were a lot of political parties, a lot of netas, who did not want to be seen at that particular event. He's asking why. Are all these people against the Ram Mandir? Are they against Lord Ram? And do they only believe in appeasement? That is his sharp retort to all these people who want to divide and rule the country, as the BJP alleges.
रामनवमी बहुत दूर नहीं है। इस बार अयोध्या में हमारे रामलला टेंट में नहीं बल्कि भव्य मंदिर में दर्शन देंगे। लेकिन कांग्रेस और इंडी गठबंधन राम मंदिर बनने से बहुत नाराज है। कांग्रेस के शाही परिवार ने राम मंदिर की प्राण प्रतिष्ठा का न्योता ठुकरा दिया। कांग्रेस के जिन नेताओं ने इस कदम को गलत बताया उन्हें पार्टी से निकाल दिया गया। ये दिखाता है कि कांग्रेस तुष्टीकरण के लिए किसी भी हद को पार कर सकती है।
And then there is also another leader from the state of Maharashtra called Sanjay Nirupa. He, remember, was once with the Congress. He is no longer with the party now. He said a lot of things about why he had to make this switch away from the Congress. He's also raking up what many are saying could possibly become a huge scam here. That is the Khichdi scam. And he's also asking leaders like Sharad Pawar that why have they continued to remain silent on the entire scam. And he says, Bhrashtachar से लड़ना पड़ेगा. And clearly this again, remember, goes with the Prime Minister's big pitch of ना खाऊंगा ना खाने दूंगा.
खिचड़ी घोटाले के स्वयं संजय राउत है, ऐसा मेरा मानना है। सह्याद्री रिफ्रेशमेंट नाम की एक कंपनी है जिस कंपनी के पार्टनर संजय राउत के पार्टनर हैं। उस कंपनी को 6 करोड़ 37 लाख रुपए की खिचड़ी सप्लाई करने का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मिला था। 33 रुपए में 300 ग्राम खिचड़ी सप्लाई करने का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट था। उस कंपनी ने सब कॉन्ट्रैक्ट दिया एक दूसरी छोटी कंपनी को और 16 रुपए में 100 ग्राम खिचड़ी सप्लाई करने का सब कॉन्ट्रैक्ट दिया। और उस कंपनी से संजय राउत ने अपने परिवार के सदस्यों के नाम पे और पार्टनर के नाम पे लगभग 1 करोड़ की दलाली ली है।
And now, you must have noticed my backdrop has changed because I've moved from, below the bus. I've climbed on the bus to say welcome, namaste, and how is he feeling? This is Arvind Sawant, a former union minister. Also, remember, an MP. He's someone who understands the politics of the state of Maharashtra. We've seen him regularly on television screens. He's happy, he's smiling. Are you ready for the election, sir? Kaisa hai?
Namaste, Jai Maharashtra. I am ready. There is no question of remaining ready, We belong to Shiv Sena. And Shiv Sena is always on the toes. So not to worry about the election. We are always 365 days, a party which works on 365 days. Doesn't need, some additional preparation or something like that. It's going on.
But
Absolutely.
sir, the Sena has changed. The Shiv Sena is not the same Sena. We've seen so much happening.
You people call it because it is the election commissioner who has granted that all those things to them. But the original Shiv Sena is still with Uddhavji Balasaheb Thackeray. And that is the Shiv Sena. You can't, right now I don't know whether that much time is available for us or not. But the way election commissioner has given a decision, that was totally wrong, a biased one, and it was vindictive one too. Just imagine, you have a single MLA in one party, suppose, any party. And that single MLA leaves the party and tomorrow he say claim that I own the party. Can you say he is the owner of the party? Party has got a hierarchy. Party's president, working president, treasurer, secretary, so many office bearers are there and normal members, general members. So the party is there, the entire party is with Uddhavji Thackeray. And the only 40 MLAs have gone, that means the party is there. Cannot define like this. Cannot take a decision on this.
But why are questions being raised on Uddhav Thackeray on the fact that, he did not follow the coalition dharma when it comes to the BJP? Then later also the fact that he changed his ideology. Just Congress ka aap log virod karte the, aaj aap usi Congress ke saath hai because you want to be in power.
Coalition dharma, who has not followed it? That's $1 million question. Do you know it? See, in 2019, before that in 2018, I think Honorable Uddhavji conducted one convention at Goregaon, and he said, "I'm fed up with this BJP, who are not the same BJP with whom we made an alliance for so long, and they are the backstabbers, and they are not following the dharma of that alliance." And therefore, he said it. But in 2019. Prior to the election, when you people reported that the BJP may not come in power, Honorable Amit Shah ji came to Mumbai, went to Matoshri, and the first line he said that whatever wrong is happening during my call, I will correct it in my tenure only. उनका शब्द ऐसा, जो कुछ में गलतियां हुई, उसको मैं सुधार रहा हूँ, मेरे कार्यकाल में सुधारना चाहता हूँ. एक वाक्य, that one sentence, Uddhavji said, okay, forget it, he has come. And there, the two issues were discussed. One is that equal distribution of these seats for the assembly election. And secondly, equal distribution of power, wherein it was stated that the 2.5 years the chief minister post will be given to Shiv Sena and 2.5 years for the BJP. Now you will say, because it was decided between two, but immediately after the Amit Shah ji has left the Matoshri, Honorable Uddhavji came down and addressed to the people who was gathered were there at Matoshri and told them, because this is the assurance given to me, therefore we are making a line, because it was a dream, my dream, that I have given assurance to my father that in any case I'll see to it that a day will come when I'll make a Shiv Sena a chief minister of Maharashtra. He has said it there and there still. And then the next day, the press conference was conducted, wherein everybody from the BJP's top leaders, right from Amit Shah ji, Devendra Fadnavis ji, Danve ji, all those leaders were there. And others from Shiv Sena also were there. There they said it, the distribution of seat will be 144, 144. That too they did not keep. Then they pressurize us. Once you join them, then you cannot go back. The tactics which they are playing with the other parties right now, same thing they did. And they said that we have some other people have joined us, this man has joined us, Atawale has joined us, Jankar has joined us, kindly leave us our seat. And that way they went on pressurizing us, and we came to a figure of 124. So who's a liar? Who is not following the dharma?
But Arvind ji, when you say this, in hindsight, do you think it was perhaps a wrong thing to walk out of the alliance? Because people say that you are more closer to the BJP than you are with the Congress and the NCP combined.
The old BJP, which was of some principle, which was known as a party with difference, today it is a different party. It's not a party with difference.
So Modi's BJP, you're saying, is not a BJP with a difference?
Not at all original BJP.
What is the difference?
I'll give you two examples before that. I had told you then. When I was being a member of parliament, people used to ask me in Delhi, Arvind ji, what will happen? I said, we'll win around 200 seats. How come? Because 110 or something were there, BJP will be there, and we'll be around 85, 90. So there will be around 200 will be there. But there also, they they backstab us by contesting their own restrictions against our members. And that is the reason when we fought in 2014 alone, we got 63, we won 63 seats. But wherein we joined with them, we came to 56. Because they had some different plan in their mind. Tomorrow if the number is high of Shiv Sena, they'll demand something else. So they did it. But still we bared it. And then Uddhavji asked him, kindly recall the assurance given to me. But they went on humiliating Uddhavji and the party. After the results were declared, try to understand. You can recollect whatever the statement they have made, their ministers are mad. But then, even after that, they said no. I was once called by Gadkariji, and today I am revealing it. Said, then we had a long meeting. I asked Uddhavji, shall I go and meet him? He said, go, no, nothing, because he was still willing to join. But then he said, Gadkariji said, no sir, we will not be able to give the chief minister step. Shahji is not saying that I have said it. There again, I will just tell you, one sentence. Then, what has happened? It is between you and me, suppose. Then you should have come. Arvindji, I have not given you assurance something. Amit Shah kept silent. He went to Haryana. Instead of resolving this issue, he went to Haryana. And after 6 months, he said, I have not given the word. That's what the BJP party.
Has it become more of an ego battle? Because see, when it comes to the issues of Ram Mandir, abrogation of Article 370, these are issues you know that the BJP has delivered on. These are the issues that you also stood for.
Yeah.
But today you see the Congress and both the other, coalition partners who have that discomfort when it comes to Ram Navami, Ram Mandir. So how can you sit with such people who do not agree with your ideology?
1 minute. See, there also I can say, we have left BJP, but not the ideology. BJP's, what is their slogan? Shata Pratishata Bhajapa. What it means? When you say 100% BJP, do you accept the existence of the others? There itself the issue is lying. They had this plan in mind, and that is the reason all those parties, we had alliance with them. What is their fate today? Just think of it. What has happened in Goa? Maharashtra Gomantapa, is it existing? What has happened in Punjab? What is happening with Akali Dal? Look at them, on whose shoulders they climb the ladder. And when they become formidable, they go on like, this is a British policy. What they do.
Divide and rule. They're dividing and ruling.
Not only divide and rule. You can extinguish the party. Extinguish it from the existence itself. No existence.
So are you saying, sir, that in future, no matter what, Arvind Sawant says that no business with the BJP ever? Are you saying this?
Definitely not, because I don't think the way they have behaved during the last 2.5 years, more than that, you can say 4 years, we have a very, very, very bitter experience, and that they wanted to devastate the party from the root, and that is what they did it with the all corrupt mentality, criminality. They did it, and they did it with the help of the institutions of the government of India. First is the Election Commission, that's itself. And that proves that how can they give the name of the party and the symbol to other people who have left our party, ran away from the party. That itself is a violation of Article 10A.
So you're saying the agencies and all are being misused. I want to ask you one quick question, Arvind Sawantji, that going ahead, Maharashtra also has an assembly election now. Why is Maharashtra right now becoming a difficult state to predict? Neither are you looking very confident, nor is the other side looking very confident. And then you have a Sanjay Raut who today says कि BJP riots करा देगी, Ram Navami आएगी, riots करा देंगे because they want to polarize and this is their formula for appeasement. Why is he saying this? Do you agree with that?
You try to understand. Look at the social media being advised and directed by the BJP party. What they want? They want rights should be there in India. See, look at the work Honorable Uddhavji has done when he was the chief minister. During that period also, they tried with some of the other issue, flaring up through the social media, but they did not get success because Honorable Uddhavji has pacified the issue, convinced all communities and asked them to support to overcome the COVID pandemic, and they supported, everyone supported. That is the great success of Uddhavji Thackeray. That is why he was appreciated by World Health Organization. He was appreciated in New York Times. He was appreciated by I.N.D.I.A. He was appreciated by the Chief Justice of India, but not BJP.
Okay. Okay. What we'll do is we'll take a quick breather. Arvind Sawant, you're very confident. He's saying no matter what, we will never go in alliance with the BJP. Now, on the streets earlier, before we hopped on to the Election Yatra bus, we also spoke to a number of people, a lot of Mumbaikars, who have their own expectations, they have their own demands, and they are very aware. They are very aware of whatever is being happening. They say nakli, fake, asli party, nakli party. A lot of these interesting things came up. Sit back and watch what happened. We are outside the very famous selfie point here in Mumbai, where you see the CST station on one end and you will see the iconic BMC office on the other side, that is here on the right. And right opposite this is the famous Aram Vada Pav. You know, Vada Pav is like that staple food here in Mumbai. People love their Vada Pav. Every Vada Pav has its own flavor. Mumbai से ही है?
Yes, sir.
यहीं के वोटर है? क्या है इस बार जनता के मन में?
उर्दू वाला सब तक है। कांग्रेस वाले ही लिए है ना उन्होंने, भाजपा वाले ने, तो उनको क्या है उसमें लीगेसी क्या है, वो भी उंजत हो गए। उन्होंने उद्धव साहब बाला साहब ठाकरे के साथ रहना चाहिए था।
I'll speak to some more young girls. आप सब फर्स्ट टाइम वोटर्स हैं क्या? वोट डालेंगे इस बार? हाँ? तो when you will be voting, what is it that you keep in mind?
उसके मतलब कुछ ऐसा सोचेंगे नहीं, बट हाँ सबका प्रॉफिट हो ऐसा ही होना चाहिए। जो भी वोट डालेंगे हम तो उसमें सबका पब्लिक गेट देयर प्रॉफिट देयर सेल्फ। मतलब अभी हम न्यू जनरेशन है तो हमें भी वोट डालना था, पर अभी ऐसे चल रहा है कि बहुत पॉलिटिक्स चल रही है, ये पार्टी वो पार्टी में भी सब पार्टीज हो गई है, तो उसमें ही हम कंफ्यूज है। पूरी जनता उसमें ही कंफ्यूज है कि जाए किस तरफ, ये पार्टी को दे या वो पार्टी को दे, जेन्युइन कौन है वो समझ में नहीं आ रहा।
डेफिनेटली महंगाई तो बहुत बड़ा मुद्दा है। आजकल हर चीज इतनी महंगी हो रही कि सामान्य कोई उसको ले ही नहीं पाता है। सो वी आर लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड फॉर अ बेटर गवर्नमेंट, and as a youth we want new opportunities so that we can survive in a good way. For women we need safety first of all. Secondly we need equal opportunities तो सभी देते हैं, but in government also we look that women are not getting that much credit for anything. अगर कोई मुद्दा वो मान देती ऊपर तो गवर्नमेंट उसको रिजेक्ट कर देता है। अभी ये रिजर्वेशन का ही था पार्लियामेंट में, उसको भी उन्होंने ऐसा ही कर दिया।
अब 33% विमेन रिजर्वेशन की बात कर रही है,
उसी की बात कर रही हूँ।
बट वो पास हो चुका है।
हाँ, बट देन ऑल्सो सम वर नॉट हैप्पी, तो दे से बट दे डोंट गिव, ऐसा लगता है। दैट्स इट।
व्हाट अबाउट यू?
They are not implement equally. We are saying that 33% for women, but they are not implement. So they get more, means every time everything come, it get extended. It not comes and means on a time it not implemented. So that is the main point. It should get implemented on a time.
So you heard a lot of those young voters who are talking of Mehngai, they are talking of jobs. They are also saying one should have a strong Bharat. So just look at how aware the voter in Mumbai is. And that's the best part, ladies and gentlemen, of being on an election yatra, because you will get to speak to a lot of locals. You'll also get guests now here in our studio. This is a mobile studio. And as Arvind Sawant left, we have Mihir Kotecha of the BJP now joining us. What is interesting is that he's a sitting MLA, and this time he's been fielded for the Lok Sabha elections. And he's actually replacing Manoj Kotak, who was earlier the MP from the same seat, Mumbai Northeast. Mihirji, good evening, sir. Welcome to the Election Yatra Express. How battle ready are you? It's looking that even the BJP is sounding a little nervous, and the Shiv Sena anyways is also nervous. No one is confident.
No. Absolutely ready.
Huh.
Fully confident. Not overconfident. But like our Prime Minister Modi ji says, every election is of utmost importance for us. So in this election, we are fully ready, we are geared up, we are working since last 22 days. And there is a lot of energy while I'm going into the campaign, while visiting the cadre, while visiting the locals. So there's a lot of positive energy for BJP and Modi ji.
Acha. And what about the fact that you talk about corruption, but netas like Ajit Pawar, netas like Ashok Chavan are all in your camp. You've also engineered what many are saying is a split in the NCP and, the Shiv Sena. एक अकेला सब पर भारी था, तो ये सब क्यों करना पड़ा आपको?
I'll tell you, we are nowhere involved in this split. Uddhav Thackeray, in greed of being a CM, he ditched us. And he went and sat with Congress. So his party MLAs were going through an issue for last 2.5 years they were realizing on ground that if they contest the next election with Congress, they would not win. Secondly, BJP Shiv Sena was a very natural alliance for last 25 years. So all these people were aware that their joint strength was BJP and Shiv Sena. The culture was alike. With Congress, they were not very happy, and I think they were very uncomfortable, and eventually it so happened that one fine day there was a split.
So you are saying कि हमने बुलाया नहीं था, अपने आप आ गए, and because they came, everyone is welcome, even if they are corrupt like an Ajit Pawar or an Ashok Chavan. Somewhere you will have to, sir, explain to the electorate that you talk about corruption. Prime Minister says ना खाऊंगा ना खाने दूंगा. फिर ऐसे लोगों को क्यों भाजपा अपने पास ला रही है?
देखिए, there are allegations, but nothing has been proved in court of law. Secondly, everybody who wants to align themselves under leadership of Modi ji for betterment of our country, for a progressive nation, to implement the agenda of Viksit Bharat of Modi ji, they are welcome, and nothing has been proved in court of law. So I don't see any problem.
Okay, you don't see any problem. A lot of voters that we spoke to on the road, they had a lot of different insight into this. A lot of them questioned this, but let's move ahead and talk about what has happened in the state of Maharashtra. The last time when you and the Shiv Sena, the undivided one, were together, you literally swept the state of Maharashtra.
Correct.
There was no trouble. Now this time, why is everyone or both sides, right now, are you underplaying? Or you are essentially not confident, or you yourself don't know that how will these alliances work? BMC elections भी आप लोगों ने नहीं कराए हैं?
नहीं, BMC elections ये मत कहिए हमने नहीं कराया है, क्योंकि BMC elections में जो बाउंड्रीज रीअलाइन हुई थी उस विषय को लेकर के उद्धव ठाकरे कोर्ट में गए हैं. द मैटर इज सब जुडाइज, इट्स इन सुप्रीम कोर्ट, सो द कोर्ट हैज टू डिसाइड. We were prepped up in 2022 also. We are prepped up for now also to contest BMC elections. And we are confident that as BJP, next BMC elections, Mumbai will have a mayor from BJP.
You interestingly dug that question कि Mahayuti और MBA में से, like who's looking more ahead? They claim that they are far ahead than the BJP is nervous.
Absolutely not. Do I look nervous? No. We are absolutely confident, and we have reason for it. The reason is straight. The kind of development the country has seen in last 10 years, the kind of development Mumbai has seen in last 10 years, even the poor families were taken care of in COVID. Even these direct beneficiaries, the poorest of poor, is being benefited from Modi ji's scheme. Today, a poor Mumbaikar family is getting an Ayushman card. In other words, is similar to a mediclaim of 5 lakh rupees per person of his family, which is a big thing in Mumbai.
Okay. Before we head into a break, Meerji, I want to ask one quick question. The issue of Maratha reservation. The fact that Eknath Shinde himself is a Maratha, he is the chief minister. Many say that this is an attempt by Eknath Shinde to assert himself, and all is not well between all of you also. ऐसा है क्या सर? मनोज जरांगे पाटिल ये सब कहाँ?
I don't know from where these
conspiracy theories?
Gossips. These are not even conspiracy theory. These are gossips.
Okay.
And why are we discussing such gossips on a national channel? So I don't see anything. One thing I can tell you very clearly and confidently, that Mahayuti, that is Eknath Shinde ji, Devendra Fadnavis ji and Ajit Dada Pawar ji are working in absolute sync.
Okay.
And there is a major confusion in Maha Vikas Aghadi, and every day that we goes by, you will see the confusion will be more and more in Maha Vikas Aghadi.
Okay. So Meerji saying all is well in the alliance. What we'll do is we'll quickly head into a break, but on the other side, we also take you across to different areas in Mumbai, get you the local flavors, and also there are guests, remember, waiting on top of this Election Yatra bus. So see you on the other side. back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on board the Election Yatra, and before we actually turn it to our guests here on top of our bus, we are getting this quick update from the national capital where dramatic images are coming in. This is all the TMC cadre there, a lot of the TMC leaders who literally are protesting outside the Election Commission's office. Remember, there has been this lot of war of words, allegations, counter-allegations when it comes to charges that continue to fly vis-a-vis Bengal, where the TMC alleges that the agencies like even the I.N.D.I.A are being misused to harass the TMC cadre there, and instead the TMC did approach the doorstep of the Election Commission because they say that there are a lot of violations of the MCC and the I.N.D.I.A as an agency again is being misused by the government. Now on our screens, though I'm not able to look at those images, but I hope you can see that I'm being told they are pretty dramatic, where you see a string of the senior TMC leaders literally outside the Election Commission office. They want a hearing, they want to register their protest, and are they being allowed to protest or not? We'll cut across to our team of reporters also tracking that story, getting us that live coverage. But do remember, the election in West Bengal, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be equally important as an election in the state of Maharashtra. Now, you've seen that entire tussle between the TMC and the BJP there when it comes to Bengal. But what we'll do is we'll keep our eyes focused on what's going on and take a moment now to say good evening to our entire panel of guests who've been very patiently waiting here. Now, I'll begin to our right. Clyde is not just an old friend. He's an NCP man, ever smiling, very, very polite. He's here on top of our bus. Now, we also do have Sajid Supariwala, leader of the Shiv Sena, the Uddhav Sena faction. Towards my left is the ever-charming Shaina NC, who is en route to Delhi as soon as she finishes our conversation here on top of the bus. And always a pleasure to have Sanjay Jha, a man who never minces his words, who is expelled from the Congress, but a lot of people say he should go back to the Congress. Will he have a change of heart? We do not know. But it's a full panel here on top of our bus. We are just outside the Marine Lines. Remember, it's a beautiful, beautiful location from the Marine Drive that we are getting to you. A lot of people, curious onlookers, looking at our Election Yatra bus that has been parked here for the last few hours. So let's begin first up by asking you, Shaina. Why is Maharashtra becoming a difficult state to predict for everyone? Is the BJP confident, underconfident? What are your numbers?
So this is the first time after 10 years you don't have an anti-incumbency, you have a pro-incumbency. And what is the reason why? Because 60 crore people's lives have been touched. The Labhartis that have been touched by the schemes of Prime Minister Modi, whether it is a Jan Dhan account, Mudra banking, Ujjwala, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, the fact that you get 5 lakh cover for your health, this percolates down to every caste, creed, culture. And as we say, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, Sabka Prayas. The Prime Minister has worked so tirelessly. You take the example of Mumbai and where we stand right now, Marine Drive. You look at the coastal road, you look at the metro, you look at the infrastructure projects which have been completed in record time. And the fact that you have 3 parties that are rock solid on ground, whether it is our Chief Minister Eknath Shinde ji, whether it is Ajit Pawar or Devendra Fadnavis, the trio have worked so tirelessly on ground that I can tell you it is going to be a huge, astounding success for us, unlike the Mahavinash Agadi, which only talks about different issues but has nothing concrete to talk about. And we hear that every morning, whether it's Mr. Sanjay Raut who talks about Hindutva, the Congress who talks about being anti-Sanatan, or the NCP Sharad Pawar faction, which is really lost in limbo. So I don't want to get into that commentary. I'll only talk about the positives of the Maha Yuti, which is us.
Okay, so Shaina raises that point, and I see both of them wanting to intervene. Then we'll get in Sanjay also. Clyde, you want to respond to her?
Well, I definitely want to respond to her. I mean, I find it very strange and funny that Shaina talks like this. She spoke about Ajit Pawar. She spoke about Eknath Shinde. I'll tell you something. As we speak right now, okay, our Honorable Prime Minister is in Chandrapur. He's going to share the dais, share the stage with the same people. He said naturally corrupt party. He accused all those guys of big-time scams 4 days before. 4 days before. Ajit Pawar was in alliance with the BJP. Yes. He spoke about 70,000 crores. And let me tell you, Shaina is a friend. But every debate that I have been with her on, she kept looking at me saying, Clyde, 70,000 crore scam with that scam.
And the chakki pissing
And chakki pissing and pissing and everything. And you're talking about infrastructure, you're talking about coastal road, you're talking about the metro. These are the projects that we've started before. I mean, they are cutting ribbons. So if you're talking about infrastructure, they need to do their homework. But most importantly, what happened to all the corruption, taint, accusations that you made on all the leaders, whether it's from, Eknath Shinde to Pratap Sarnaik to Ajit Pawar to Chhagan Bhujbal, they accused everybody. They accused everybody non-stop. And look what happened. They've joined BJP. They're not talking about it. Clean chit everywhere. So how does it work? Let me tell you one thing. I know you are short of time, but the people of Maharashtra know who's right and who's wrong. You accuse somebody, take them in your party. And one last thing. There's this great big guy called Kirit Somaya, walks around with big hathodas. He accuses somebody, puts his hand on somebody's shoulder. You know that man is going to go into the BJP. This is their ploy. This is their tactics. Let me tell you something. The people of Maharashtra and India have caught the BJP's bluff. They are not going to go into the washing machine like the other tainted leaders.
And is that the reason why perhaps, Shaina, just keep that thought in your mind, why deciding what will happen in Maharashtra is becoming difficult? Because we have seen that, allegation by the opposition. A lot of people we spoke to on the road are talking about those same allegations. Before you respond, I'll get Sajid and Sanjay for their opening comments. Yes, Sajid.
I'll just come back to what she also said. First of all, these three, your three tire or whatever you may call it, auto rickshaw of three tire, I may call it that. What happens is that, see, they are not into synchronization themselves. There is a lot of disputes about a lot of other things also. When you are running a party, such a major party, you're talking about development, and she just said that Shiv Sena UBT or Sharad Pawar ji has been talking about their Hindutva. Hindutva is a very simple thing of taking along everybody. That is my Sahib, Uddhav Bala Sahib Thackeray's Hindutva, which is a real Hindutva. Taking everybody along. Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas was always, that was just a jumla by, I think, their party. But implementation of the same has been doing from Uddhav Bala Sahib.
Lot of your own leaders, lot of your own flock moved out because perhaps they did not see their future.
I'll tell you the reason.
They did not see a future in Uddhav
I'll
Thackeray.
tell you the reason why people moved, because of being scared of ED. Everybody knows that. A layman also on the road knows today that people, they are scaring people.
But you will be, Sajid, scared of the enforcement directorate if you've done something wrong. Otherwise, why should you be afraid?
I think only one, nobody is corrupt. Anywhere, their party, nobody is corrupt. And all the corrupt people, they have only taken. Today, all the corrupt people, they have only taken. And they are standing on the same dais and been talking about the same thing.
We have the most honest, hardworking Prime Minister the country has ever seen. This is one Prime Minister that has taken no break and has worked progressively for every single individual.
You clean and you stand with us on the same dais.
So guilty on so many accounts. That's why they have these repeated
Okay, I'll go to
arguments.
Sanjay Clyde, then you will ask your question.
Simple question is, our Honorable Prime Minister talks about corruption, 70,000 crore scam. Kisi ko bhi chhodenge nahi. Shana, just hear me out and then answer me. I can talk when you're talking. I'm not going to interject you. So just
one by one, we'll go to Sanjay.
My question is simple. Okay, now let me tell something. I want to give a message to the people from the Eknath Shinde faction and Ajit Pawar faction. You know what the Honorable Prime Minister said? He said, किसी को छोड़ेंगे नहीं. अगर किसी ने गलती की है, तो हम सबको सजा मिलेगा. तो अभी इस्तेमाल करो. काम होने के बाद भाई सब चक्की पीसिंग होने वाले. आप संभाल के रहो.
सब चक्की पीसिंग करेंगे.
ठीक है. देखना हमें.
Sanjay, where is this Maharashtra politics today poised? And the fact that, the Congress, at one point, many said possibly is doing far better in the state of Maharashtra than anywhere else. But who today is a baggage on whom? Is the Congress a baggage for the Shiv Sena or vice versa?
Deepti, I want to make just two short points. Number one, welcome to our city.
Thank you.
We have a very famous stock exchange at Dalal Street.
Yes.
Where we trade shares and, we trade stocks. Mr. Modi, the BJP and my dear friend Shaina have started an MLA stock exchange in India, which a lot of people need to know about. Yahan par you can trade an MLA, you can go long, you can go short, you can be bullish, you can be bearish. And I think in the process of making the MLA stock exchange, which is through Operation Lotus, which the BJP calls as Chanakya Niti, they have made a mockery of Indian democracy. And the state that manifests the vulgarity in Indian politics is Maharashtra. Think about it, that today you have Congress, BJP, and NCP Sharad Pawar and NCP Ajit Pawar, a Sena with Mr. Thackeray and a Sena with Eknath Shinde. Is this not a mockery of a state, which, by the way, is the biggest contributor to India's budgetary resources, and one which is a cosmopolitan city? It's an entertainment capital. It's a commercial capital. And China is a dear friend. But let me tell you what they have done. They have mocked the public sentiment of this country. And I can tell you this state is not going to take to it kindly. I agree with both my friends. I'm already telling you this, that the BJP is paranoid here, which is why Mr. Modi is going to come here 10, 12 times from what I read in the papers, because this state is going to determine who's going to form the government in Delhi. And I can tell you this for a fact, the MVA is going to defeat the Hafta Vasuli party exposed in the electoral bonds. Electoral bonds is the biggest scam since 1947. Shana, my last line and then it's over to you. Because electoral bonds, just one last line, Shana. Electoral bonds is about corruption that your party stands for, crony capitalism that your party champions, and it is about criminality that your party has infiltrated into India's institutions.
You can't have this three against one.
a powerful government rather than calling it a BJP government or a Modi government.
Now we'll talk one by one. We'll talk one by one so that everyone is audible.
We are in majority.
You know, Clyde.
Let me tell you, for the good of absolute minority.
Deepti is managing very well.
Degree of diplomatic panache.
But I have to ask one question. Sanjay, you raised a lot of points, so did Sajid and Clyde. But the point is, why you're not able to set this narrative when it comes to the
Can
Janta?
I tell you why?
Why is that a problem?
They have no vision. They have no vision plan at all.
How can the ship sink?
The ship has sunk. They haven't
You have to
even
let your
started.
friend Sanjay respond. Yes, Sanjay responds, then you will respond. Yes.
So
Sanjay,
my short answer is there is a wave building up by the day. I can tell you the reason why Mr. Modi is nervous, because he's made these tall projections, which is not confidence or arrogance, it is fear. He's trying to gaslight people. 370 is not happening. He knows that. China knows it. So here is the truth. There is a wave building down on unemployment, food inflation, corruption, and above all, the devastation that the Indian economy has gone through. Deepti, think about it. Why are the farmers protesting twice in a row? I mean, it's a serious issue. India's demographic dividend story is dead officially, and this city is suffering as a result of that. So I think China has a lot to explain for. I will be a gentleman, and China can respond.
Let her respond.
So you look at the economy from being the 11th from 2004 to 2014, 14 to 24, we've already reached number 5 and heading towards the 3rd. You talked about Mumbai being the financial hub. I want to just give you few statistics. 1 minute, I didn't interrupt. You have to allow me my space. There are 4 vote banks, no longer Jat Paat Dharm ki Rajniti. There are the women. The women have been given respect, whether it's a triple talaq or a Nari Shakti Bandhan. You have the youth who have been given opportunities as entrepreneurs. You have the farmers who have been given 6,000 into their bank accounts. And look at the kind of... What about what are you talking? Your Shiv Shankarappa says women should sit in the kitchen. There's no comment there. What about Mr. Betevarji talking about a woman getting a ticket because she's
I'm told the Prime Minister has just begun his campaign speech, the big blitzkrieg in the state of Maharashtra. We'll cut across quickly to listen into what the Prime Minister says. This is the Election Yatra, ladies and gentlemen, from Mumbai.
किसके देन था? साथियों, आजादी के 7 दशक बाद तक राम मंदिर का 500 साल पुराना विवाद बना हुआ था। अयोध्या में राम मंदिर के निर्माण पर अड़ंगा कौन लगाता था? कोर्ट में किस पार्टी के लोग भगवान राम के अस्तित्व पर सवाल उठाते थे? कौन सी पार्टी के वकील सुप्रीम कोर्ट में जाकर कहते थे कि राम मंदिर पर फैसला न सुनाए? किस पार्टी ने राम मंदिर प्राण प्रतिष्ठा आयोजन का बहिष्कार किया? किस पार्टी ने दशकों तक बाबा साहब आंबेडकर को भारत रत्न नहीं मिलने दिया? इतने दशकों से हमारे लोग पिछड़ा वर्ग आयोग को संविधान का दर्जा देने की मांग कर रहे थे। किसने पिछड़ा वर्ग के साथ धोखा किया? हर बात का जवाब एक ही है। एक ही है कि नहीं है? एक ही है कि नहीं है? साथियों, पिछले 10 वर्षों से कांग्रेस सत्ता से बाहर है। आपने एनडीए को पूर्ण बहुमत दिया। हमने देश की बड़ी बड़ी समस्याओं का स्थायी इलाज किया है। आज महाराष्ट्र ही नहीं बल्कि पूरे देश में नक्सलवाद कमजोर पड़ गया है। जो गढ़चिरौली नक्सली हिंसा के लिए जाना जाता था, अब उसकी चर्चा विकास और स्टील कंपनी के लिए हो रही है। हमारा गढ़चिरौली अब फौलाद सिटी बनने जा रहा है। भाइयों बहनों, हमारे यहां मराठी में एक कहावत होती है, कडू कारले तुपात तळले साखरेत गोळले तरी कडू ते कडूच। यानी कड़वे करेले को घी में तले या शक्कर में घोले, वो फिर भी कड़वा का ही कड़वा ही रहता है। ये कहावत कांग्रेस पर सटीक लागू होती है कि नहीं होती है? होती है। वो सुधर ही नहीं सकते, वो कभी नहीं बदल सकते। अपनी करतूतों के कारण आज कांग्रेस पार्टी देश के भीतर जन समर्थन खो चुकी है। इसलिए अब कांग्रेस खुलकर बांटो और राज करो के खेल पर उतर आई है। कांग्रेस ने अपना जो घोषणा पत्र निकाला है, उसमें भी मुस्लिम लीग की भाषा लिखी गई है। क्या ये आपको मंजूर है? ये देश स्वीकार करेगा?